The Propcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Welcome new customers, play $5, get $100 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN.
And Peggy the shot, the ground downfield. He gets the catch, and he gets in for the touchdown. The catch is made by Calvin Ridley. Wilson, as he throws deep down.
And welcome, everyone, to the Propcast here on the Sports Game Podcast Network. Weird format here because we have a lot of technical issues, not our fault. But either way, show must go on. We're on Zoom, so we pivoted off our usual recording platform because that one is self-destructing as we speak. But either way, we are back. Show must go on. We're time pressured, but we're back. Adam, how's it going? What's up?
Let's kill this. Let's do this. The robots are winning.
The robots are winning. It's like Terminator, Genesis, Terminator, any of the Terminator
movies.
Yeah.
What a throwback.
What a throwback.
What a nice throwback there.
Either way, point is we're still going to do the same format, 3 props, each underdog, all that stuff. But we're going to be doing it at hyperspeed because we got to get out of here. So before we get into any of the actual props for the 2 games Monday night, a reminder, you can also check out the Hockey Island podcast, which is covering, of course, the NHL stuff. Also, the NBA tips off this week. Starts tomorrow. Check out the NBA Gambling podcast. Subscribe for daily picks on the NBA. Tune into the NBA Gambling Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm on that show with Terrell and with Lante. Check it out. Recommend if you want your NBA bets. Recommend checking out the podcast. Anyway, so getting into the actual props here for the 2 games. So Adam, I'll let you go first. What is your first prop for the games tonight?
I was writing down a note so I didn't forget it, but I'll just dive right into this one. So CJ Stroud, I have a hit or miss relationship with him tonight. I think it's going to be a little bit of a hit relationship. I think, by the way, the fact that we are having technical difficulties due to a Seattle-based company probably means that we should back Houston, even though we have Seattle -3 tickets. That being said, look, I'm going with CJ Stroud over 225 passing yards, -111. He has this his last 2 games. He has this in terms of road games. He has this in quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his last 8 road games. And Seattle has the 10th worst air yards per game. Their defense is showing some cracks. It's not the best. They got some injuries that are banged up over there, and so I'm just going to go.
The secondary has been kind of a mess all season with injuries.
The secondary's been kind of a mess. Look, they are off. Look, like again, Texas is also off a bye, and so for me, I kind of dig on that. But Rick Woolen stinks. Job stinks.
Witherspoon's always
Bryant
hurt.
stinks. Love stinks. All these guys stink. So let's do it. Let's go with CJ Stroud over 225 passing yards.
All right, there you go. For my prop, I'm going to go to the same game. I'm going to go back to my boy. As you know, I do like kicking props. Cashed a field goal prop again in the last episode. Give me Fairbairn, my boy, over 1.5 made field goals, -112. He's made at least 2 field goals in 6 of his last 7. He's made at least 2 field goals in 10 of his last 13 road games. And Seattle has a bunch of attempts so far this season. They've played 6 games. The opposing kicker has attempted 2+ field goals in every game. So they do a pretty good job of bending, not breaking. Do think Fairbairn gets some usage, and he goes over all the time anyway. Give me Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals made at -112. That's my first prop. You want to move on to your second?
Yeah, my second is I didn't even write my notes for it, but it's going to be Jared Goff, first quarter over 57.5 passing yards. Let me bring it up, and I can bring up all the data on this one. Jared Goff's been a machine this. Yeah, over 56.5 passing yards. I like it to 60. 8 out of his last 10. Home games, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of his last 8. The average is 62 in home games. The average not home games 67. The median is 65. Mm-hmm. So this is a Lions team off a loss, and that Campbell went on them all week, and they probably come out firing. This is also a Tampa Bay passing defense that is bottom of the league, and that is very susceptible. I think they're going to attack him early and often. Jared Goff over 57.5 first quarter passing yards.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. I actually have a play that kind of segues into what you just said. It's correlated, but I'm going to save that for after the break because I do have to do some ad reads, and we are trying to get this done as quickly as possible. But I do agree with the play. We think Tampa's defense isn't very good, especially the secondary. We're looking at a team that's good against the run every year with Vea clogging the middle, but the issue is the pass defense still not great, and you're looking at a spot where Goff should be able to torch this defense. They're also off a loss. I mean, we think that the Lions bury this team. So it is very, I'd say, appropriate at home if the Lions just come out and just drop 20-plus points in the first half and kind of coast. So we think Goff has a solid game. We'll go with Goff to be sharp early, especially at home in this matchup. So before we get into my second prop on the show, a reminder, brought to you by our sponsor, MyBookie.ag. Who's Bookie?
My bookie.
So you can do some bet on football, college football, the NBA, starting tomorrow, NHL, of course, tennis, you name it. You could also use crypto for funding your account for getting payouts. MyBookie.ag, program SGPN. When you sign up for your new account, you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for your customers. Bookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, which is the number one prediction market for sports in America. Get some great prices when you use Novig, available through Apple States. Download Novig app, $50 when you spend just $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. And make sure Novig, promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finish going through the first couple props that we have for the games on Monday Night Football. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. It's going to segue. It's going to play off of your Goff first quarter play. Give me David Montgomery, first quarter under 7.5 rushing yards at minus 107. At first glance, you might think, damn, that's a low number. How am I not going to take the over? And the reason is, looking at the hit rates, he really never goes over this number. As shocking as that sounds, we know that they've been leaning more into Gibbs, as they should. He's the better player. But either way, you're looking at Montgomery's numbers towards the under in the first quarter. He's at less than 5 first quarter rushing yards in 7 of the last 8 games he's played in, dating back to last season. So that's 7.5. He can't even reach 5 most of the time. The Buccaneers, we know, as you mentioned with Goff, their secondary is not that great. They're great against the run every year. Vea is healthy. They'll clog up the middle as always. But Montgomery might not get many carries in the first quarter. When he does, usually goal line work, so not many yards to work with anyway. But Gibbs, of course, is the main running back at this point. It was a committee. Now it's what, like 80-20? 84-16?
Different skill sets.
Correct. But I'm saying they mostly use Gibbs because he's more dynamic and open space.
Yeah. Gibbs is an OPOY. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Gibbs is a much better player. So Montgomery, I don't think he's going to get much work in the first quarter in general. We think this is a very basically a pass funnel defense at this point. And I think Montgomery's going to struggle to actually get enough usage and enough, I'd say, effective runs to go over this. Give me Montgomery, first quarter under 7.5 rushing yards at minus 107 as my second play, which I'm assuming you co-sign because you like the same thing on the passing side. So they're very correlated. So there you go. All right, moving on to your third prop. What do you like?
I got a couple that I like. Let me see what I want to pull out of here. Okay. I'm going to do... Okay, there's a couple that I like. Which one do I want to do here? I will do... Meanie. Right, exactly. Baker under 22.5 pass completions, minus 110. Okay. Detroit's 7th best in opposing catchability rating. It's not a rating, it's actually a metric. It's they're actually pretty good at breaking up passes, as bad as their secondary is. They give up big plays, but they're pretty good at breaking up passes. And they've been really good since week 3, which is when a lot of their injuries started happening. Baker's under in 4 of 6 this season, and he only had 12 against them last year. So they also, like, people are forgetting, like, as high as everyone is on Baker and the Bucks, this is the third, like, Campbell knows this team very, very well. So you could argue Bowles does, but I think the Lions are in a better position to do this than the Bucks are. So Baker under 22.5 pass completions, minus 110.
Yeah, the only pushback I might give you is just based on the potential script that we're expecting. Is there a chance Baker throws the ball 50 times?
No, because even if he does, he's a chunk yardage guy. That's the thing.
It was more just also being in fear of volume was kind of my point.
Yeah, but that's fine. But the thing is, Baker's not an accurate thrower. Like, he's not dumping it off to running backs.
No, he breaks three tackles, then chucks the ball 50 yards.
Right, he's going for big play every time. 22 completions is a crazy number of completions. Like,
yeah, it's a lot. When a lot of the receivers are injured, Evans is back, but you're looking at their number one receiver of the season, probably
and
not
Evans is going to be Evans is actually the one who I think that they'll be doing the most short yardage stuff, which would be end zone. I don't think Evans is going to be running routes, but if you look at like, I'll look at him again. But the thing is he had the shootout that they had
against Seattle was just a bunch of massive big plays.
Right. It was just a bunch of massive big plays. Like, even like against Seattle, he only had 29.
Yeah.
Like, that's not that much higher. And keep in mind, 5 of those came on the final drive.
Yeah.
So it's most of the time this isn't happening. He's under this in 6 of his last 10. And so for me, it's just like, look, he can easily do, as I'm looking at, like, yeah, his line is 250. I have no problem with him getting 250. I have a huge problem with him going like, he's not a 30 for 50 guy, you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. But the point is, even when he actually has long drives, there aren't enough completions in each drive because it's usually a chunk play that takes up a lot of, I'd say, the field. So there you go. But I can get behind it. I'm just asking as a potential devil's advocate if you're worried about the attempts. But that's fine. We can get behind that.
No, I get it. And I get it. The attempts is different.
That's my point. I was wondering with the amount of volume if you think he might creep over because he might throw the ball 40-something times. But it's fine.
Yeah. This is one of those weird things where, like, I'm not worried about it because the correlation is less about complete, because he is a, like, high ADOT guy.
Yeah.
Like, he is, like, these are not completions. Like, he's not to throw him under the bus, but he's not Jalen Hurts in this thing.
Yeah, he's not going to be checking it down to get some completions. I get what you mean.
Right.
But either way. Anyway, I'm moving on to my final prop, staying in the same game. I'm going to go to a defensive prop. I actually cashed this Monday Night Football last week. I'm going with another assist play. Give me Jack Campbell over 3.5 assists at plus 102. He's had at least 4 assists in every game besides one this season. He's recorded at least 4 assists in 7 of the last 9 home games. Buccaneers allowing 3rd most assists per game in the league. And Campbell's played every single snap in every game besides one. He's on the field all the damn time. We know him as the linebacker. He is very involved in this defense. And Tampa does allow a bunch of assists. For the fact that he never leaves the field and the fact that he's always involved, give me Campbell over 3.5 assists at plus 102. I like that as plus money. I would have taken this at minus 115, but at plus 102, I'll take it. That's my last play. I'll try to keep riding the assist angle that worked for me with a linebacker last week with Bobby Wagner. Give me Jack Campbell over 3.5 assists at plus 102. So that's my thoughts there. It's going to wrap it up, though, for our 6 props on the show. Kind of on to best bets and the Underdog entry, which, spoiler, we already did. We planned ahead, so we're actually going to be organized for Underdog. Before we get into the Underdog entry reminder that we're brought to you by our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Play fans pick 'em entries, chance to win 5 times your entry, pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. And a reminder, they have a new offer for new customers. Place $5, get $100 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN. We're also brought by Rhythm. They're crushing it in college football and NFL picks and props, giving away cash prize every week. We're tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type of model that you built. You can win $1K. And a reminder, use promo code SGPN25 when you actually download the app for quarter off first month. That Rhythm once again. Promo code SGPN25 for a quarter off your first month. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finished going through our props for Monday Night Football. Time to move on into our best bets. Adam, we got about 6 minutes, so we're making good time. What is going to be your best bet?
I'm allowed to be late to this next meeting.
So. I'm doing the best I can to get you there on time.
No, I'm allowed.
Either way. Well, we already speed ran through the entire 6 props. So we
didn't even do Platonic.
It's fine. What's your best bet? We can do Platonic after if you want to throw it in there.
Yeah, we can. This Goff Q1.
Okay.
Probably.
So you're going to go with Goff Q1. What's the yards again on that?
Damn. When I gave it to you last night, it was 54.5. Yeah. 57.
Okay, there you go. So mine's going to be Fairbairn. I'm going with my kicking extraordinaire angle there. Fairbairn's been so good to the pod. I really can't turn it down.
We need a name for, but he's not our guy anymore. That's CJ's guy. Our guy is Eddie Pinero.
To be fair, Eddie was kind of your guy who I adopted.
It's ours. It's ours,
but you pointed him out to me. My guy was Aubrey before he broke the NFL. I took him every time like 2 years ago.
And now he's minus 200.
Yeah, he's 200 every game because he's a 60-yarder with 10 yards to spare every time.
By the way, Cowboys to win the division is a good bet.
They're alive. I mean, the Eagles held on for dear life, so nice win for them.
The Eagles. That was a good game. The Eagles beat an inferior. Eagles beat a much inferior opponent.
That's my point. Though it got dicey a bit because the Vikings in the red zone were useless, but a win.
Yeah, but he had a perfect passer rating.
Yeah, Devontae had 180 plus yards. So
he had a perfect passer rating. He was great.
Yeah, there we go. But point is, I think they got a shot. I'm not going to pick him to win it, but we'll see how long Daniels is out.
What are the odds?
We could check, but that Commanders team, if Daniels is out, might have some. I mean, they had problems anyway. But Daniels being injured again, that's a problem. So we'll see.
I saw somebody in a chat that I'm in say something really stupid, and they said, "Oh, he's so small and brittle." He is, he's bigger than Michael Vick.
Well, the problem I had with Daniels was the fact that he never slid. That was the issue I had with Daniels. It wasn't build wise; it was the fact that he would constantly not avoid contact, which was a dangerous collection of hits. Is what happened.
I mean, he's got a terrible offensive line. Let me just look. I'm gonna look at the divisional. So. 6-1 for Dallas to win the NFC East. I like it a lot.
That's not bad.
I love it.
I think the Eagles win that division, but
the Eagles play them. Well, the Eagles already have an L to the Giants. Yeah. They would play the Giants this weekend. They obviously beat the Cowboys, but the Cowboys run the table. It's amazing. So this is when it's a really good time to do these divisional bets. Cowboys to run the table is 6-1 effectively.
Yeah, the issue, though, is that defense being historically bad, and we'll see if they can actually, win enough games. But they play Denver this upcoming week, which should be tough.
They'll play Philly at home.
Yeah, we'll see. But either way, point is, should be a fun division race towards the end. For my best bet, though, Fairbairn, 1.5 field goals, -112. He's made 2+ in 6 of his last 7. Seattle's allowed 2+ attempts in every game this season. We think Stroud plays well. We don't like the Seattle defense. Bend don't breaks. Give me Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals made at -112. So apparently we've actually unlocked some bonus time on the show. We were trying to get you out by 11:30, but you were able to buy some extra time. You have any platonic props you want to mention?
I liked Charbonnet under his 49.5 rushing and receiving. He's under in every game this season, and he's under in 6 of 8 versus really good defenses, which this Houston team is. They're also off by. He's under an 8 and 11 8 of 10 home games too. I liked that one, and I liked Amon-Ra 80 receiving yards.
Yeah, Amon-Ra I think is going to kill this defense, so I can get behind that too. Let me just quickly see if there was anything else I was personally tempted by. I did want to ask you, just based on the price, since we're picking volume, we're picking good game script, and since the Lions do force a bunch of turnovers, any thoughts on Baker pick at -102?
Rather did the Detroit defense, TD.
Okay. I'm wondering, because I thought -102 for a guy that might throw the ball.
No, I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's bad. I think they're gonna have to play action a lot.
Yeah, they force the most interceptions in the league. That's kind of why I wanted to just bring it to the show's attention.
They're chaotic.
Correct. So I'm hoping for one chaotic play where he throws a duck. But yeah,
not bad. I wouldn't mind parlaying. We could want to parlay Baker pick with Sam Darnold pick with. You want to do Darnold pick, Baker pick, Stroud pick?
I mean, we can talk about that when we get to Underdog in a second.
Why not? Why are you afraid to give it out as a play on our show?
Oh no, we can. I just wasn't sure if you were saving that for Underdog or if you wanted to mention that as a separate part of life.
No, we already did the Underdog. Remember?
Yeah, we didn't announce it on the show yet.
Oh, I know.
So that's why I was asking. But the point is, I thought -102 was cheap for a Tampa team that I think is going to throw the ball a lot. We know Bucky's injured too. The running back situation is not pretty.
He had one against them last year, and if I recall, it was like towards the end of the game.
Yeah. Shout out to your guy, though, Syracuse alum, who is the backup running back there. But
Sean Tucker.
Yeah, but still, point is, I see a pretty decent amount of attempts for Mayfield, so I like the interception personally, but we can go from there. We can give out that parlay if we want to, but
yeah, let me just see what the odds are on it, and I'll tell everybody, and then we can.
So you want Stroud interception too?
So all three to have interceptions.
Yep.
Is
big bucks. No whammy.
Plus 551.
That's not bad. I was kind of
hoping.
So
actually, you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to do that with like a boost that we have, or is that?
I don't want to waste it on a boost.
Okay, that's fine.
The boost only makes it 662.
Okay, all right.
But I think I'd play it on its. I'd play it on its own.
All right. Okay. That's
551 for 3 guys to do it. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, there we go. But moving on to the Underdog entry, we already prepared it. So you want me to just read it off, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, you got to read it off, and then I'm going to jump to this.
Cool. Unfortunately, though, we used the boost. So I actually don't remember what the original payout was, but with the boost, it's 8.19. But either way, we have Goff first quarter higher, 58.5 passing yards. So same exact play that Adam gave out. Slightly worse number, but still, we still like it. Montgomery, first quarter under 8.5 rushing yards, or lower 8.5 rushing yards. That actually is a better number than what I got on the book. So we're going to recycle those two plays. They're correlated, though, obviously. We like them. And we're going to go with Njigba. We'll take his longest catch over 27.5 yards. And that 3 pick is going to be, I want to say, in the 5x range, but we used the boost to get it to 8.19. So it's going to be around there. But we had a boost to make it a very nice payout. So once again, Jared Goff, first quarter passing yards higher, 58.5. Montgomery, lower, 8.5 first quarter rushing yards. And Smith-Njigba, longest catch higher, 27.5 yards. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the show. Apologies for the kind of makeshift broadcast here, but it's not our fault, we swear. Nothing
we should give about all of our plays in order again.
Yeah, so I'll let you go first. What are your 3 plays that you like for the Monday night games?
Stroud over 225 passing yards, Goff over 57.5 first quarter passing yards, and Baker under 22.5 completions.
And my 3 plays are going to be Jack Campbell over 3.5 assists at plus 102. Montgomery, first quarter under 7.5 rushing yards at minus 107. And Fairbairn, my boy, over 1.5 field goals at minus 112. Anyway, it's going to wrap it up for the show. Apologies, wait to record and we couldn't go live. Once again, not our fault. We're going to get back to the usual, I'd say, recording format next episode. But either way, nothing we can do. Made the best of that situation. Adam, anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Cool, there we go. Until next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.